Alright, this is going to be a video of this 52-inch Hampton Bay brand Spanish Vista ceiling fan I got at the Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteered there, and what to do for them is clean up and fix fans and lighting. They receive better donation, make them more presentable, and run better than they originally were. Now, with this fan, basically just needed to be put together because it was 100% new in box and required nothing else. Anyway, you may notice that it has a very grand style to it. Has an interesting glass globe. It's pretty unique actually. And also, it's in creme brulee finish. Quite an odd color for a fan, but I don't think it actually looks particularly bad. Also, another thing is it has 5 blades, which are just dark walnut on both sides. They're not really reversible, different finishes. And it has some pretty interesting artwork up here. Goes on top of the down rod. Anyway, just if you were wondering, Hampton Bay itself is a Home Depot brand that makes all kinds of furnishings for around the house, mainly focusing on fans and lighting. To actually make them for them, it shows several different manufacturers. This one is newer, so it's made by Aircool, and surprisingly, it's actually good quality for a newer Hampton Bay, as a lot of Aircools are. Anyway, enough talk about that. Let's demonstrate the fan itself, and start with the light. Has a convenient remote control, by the way. Turn that off. Now turn the fan on. Let's start with the high speed. And also put the remote back in this convenient holster that Hampton Bay includes. There we go. High on this fan is pretty powerful. It displaces a good amount of air. So, more than enough to cool a large room, actually. Probably even a great room. It's also pretty balanced. It doesn't really wobble. If anyone wants to know the exact specs about CFM, RPM, how many amps and watts it uses on each speed, that can all be found in the description below, because Hampton Bay, as with most of their fans, was kind enough to include all that info in the instruction booklet. Alright, I think I'm going to head to medium speed now. This still is actually pushing not a bad airflow. It is, of course, slower. Finally, for the low speed, which I'll show with the light on, to capture the true mood of the fan. And also you can see the nice texture of the globe. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to turn it off now. Talk about some general information on this fan. Of course, I'll stop the blades first. Anyway, the type of bulbs that the light uses is very interesting. They're like a mini candelabra halogen. It did include 2, however, I accidentally broke one, so I had to buy a replacement. One is clear and one is coated, so they give off a slightly different light. However, you can't really tell with the globe on, and even in general, they're pretty similar. Enough about that. The fan itself has a pretty long down rod. I think it's something like 8 inches. I don't like how they only included one, though, so if you have a lower ceiling, you can't really use the shorter down rod length. You just have this one long one. This decorative artwork, though, is optional, and generally I would take it off. However, I think it actually looks pretty nice on this model, so I'm going to keep it on there for now. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. I like the fact that this fan has a very unique and interesting design. Definitely would be a conversation piece, hanging over a dining room table or in the living room or something. Wherever this fan is, it would definitely have to be a grand decor, though, because it is a pretty specific style. Another thing I like is the unique creme brulee finish. Like I'm saying, this is not typical on ceiling fans and light fixtures. That is also a con because it doesn't really match anything else. Although it is slightly similar to antique brass, just with a little bit more gold in there. So it could match some stuff. Just it would have to be, like I said, a very specific decor. And finally, another thing I like and dislike at the same time is the remote, because it is convenient. However, I wish they would have made it so there's a pull chain backup, because personally, given a choice, I definitely would have used pull chain, as remote controls on fans generally after a little while tend to have reliability issues. Overall, though, this is definitely an exceptional Hampton Bay fan, and for a newer one, I'd have to give this 5 out of 5 stars just for how unique it is. I can't stop saying unique because this fan is anything but ordinary. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me what you guys think. And also, if you've ever seen one, please let me know. And also one more thing, just going to get a close-up shot on the glass here so you can see the pattern it has. Alright, I think that's it for now.